Welcome to Simple Software Tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to show different questions based on answers in Google Forms. So the first thing we need to do is create a form. I like to start from my Google Drive. That way I can control where it shows up in my Google Drive. So I have my Drive, I have a folder called Forms, and then this one is for events because I'm going to create an RSVP form. But you can start from the Google Forms page. This is just my preference. So to create a new form, click on New, and then if we hover over Forms, we have the option to create a blank form, a blank quiz, or use a template. So I'm going to click from a template. And here we can see all the different templates available. So if you wanted to start from a blank form and just create everything yourself, you can click on blank form. Since I want to create an RSVP event form, I'm going to click on RSVP. And so this is the RSVP template. This is actually a really great form to show different questions based on answers, because what we can see right from here is the first question is, can you attend? Yes or no? And then it asks, what are the names of people attending? Well, if you're not going, why even bother showing that, right? So this is a great opportunity for showing different questions based on answers. So one thing I want to point out is that this functionality only works for multiple choice or drop-down questions. So right here we see this is multiple choice or drop-down. These are the only two this works for. And so the first thing that we'll want to do is we'll need to create sections. That's where they're going to be going based off of how they answer. So to create a section, click on this icon right here. So this is the section title. It's optional, but I really like giving it a good logical name because that's going to help you match up the answers to it later. But just know that whoever is filling out this form is going to see this, so make sure that it's viewer friendly, but also makes sense to you. So I'm just going to call this Attendee Options. That's where I can put the names of the people attending. I can include maybe if there's different meal options, I can do that, but that gives them that option. So this will be basically the yes, I'll be there option. Now, if I want to add another section, so maybe I want to, so if they can be there, then they'll go to attendee options. If they can't go, then maybe I want to have a section. So yes, I'll be there. Here's my options. And then I can leave some feedback, comments, well wishes, whatever. But also, if I can't make it, then I could also send them to this. So then they can do the same as well. So I'm going to add another section. Maybe I'll just call it like Guestbook. So I want this part, the names of people attending, up here in the attendee options. This, I don't really care about this, so I'm going to get rid of this. The next thing we want to do now that we've built our sections is we want to enable routing. So the way we do this is we go to the question that is going to determine where they end up. And we're going to click on these three dots down here to open up more options. And then we're going to select go to section based on answer. So now this opens up some drop downs right here. So we set this up already. And so we're going to click on this drop down and right here. So yes, I'll be there. Then we'll go to attendee options. And then sorry, I can't make it. Then we'll send them to the guest book. You can also just allow them to submit the form, but I just wanted to add one more option. So now they either go to attendee options or they go to the end to the guest book. And then something else to take a look at is look at the end of each section. So from here, yes, I'll be there. I'll go to section 2. I'll list the names of the people attending. And then after this, we'll send them to this next section. Now, if you wanted them to just be able to finish the survey, you can click on Submit Form. But in this example, I want them to go to the guest book. And then for sorry, I can't make it, they'll just go directly to section 3 to the guest book, and then they'll be able to submit the form. So if everything looks good, the next thing we want to do is we want to test this out. So to test it out, we'll click on this preview icon up here, this eye, and that's going to open up the form the same way it would look for anybody that you share this with. And so what I recommend doing is choosing the different options and going around and just making sure that everything looks and functions how you expect it to. So first we'll choose yes, I'll be there. So clicking here should take us to the attendee options. And so now it asks what are the names of the people attending, and then we'll click next. And then here's the guest book, so I can enter my answer there and then submit it. If this was published, it's not published right now, so can't submit it, but that's fine. We don't need to submit it. So now I can go back. And this is good to know too that the next and back options are here. So that way if somebody accidentally checks the wrong answer, that way you know they're able to go back and forth. So now we're going to check out the second answer, and this should go to section 3, the guest book. And so there we go. It skips that question that's irrelevant to them since they won't be attending the event. It takes them to the guest book. They can put their answer in and hit submit. So that is how you show different questions based on answers in Google Forms.
I hope this was helpful. Subscribe for more tutorials and visit simplesoftwaretutorials.com for step-by-step guides and free resources. Thanks for watching.